All right, everybody. Well, I had a chance to watch Manny Pacquiao's newest game show, and that's Many Prizes. And to tell you frankly, wasn't really that complicated. The show is just as simple as it gets. Not much fanfare or anything. Uh, the mechanics are just but simple. Uh, Practically, it just appears as if like he's just giving away his money and just trying to make people happy. That's just it. You could have just given it right there and then, like who wants money, and you could have just given it out. But of course, a little fun on the side, a little game on the side. That's more to the experience. It reminds me of my uh, uncle. Whenever we gather together every uh, Christmas or just about any family gathering, or he's this guy who's got money, and one way or the other, he just wants to make us his nephews and nieces happy, and so he just would like us to play and just come up with games and many different ways to just win. But everybody actually wins, nobody loses, and everybody gets the certain amount, and everybody is happy. Of course, the winner gets to be happier with more money there, but he's just practically generous, and that's just something great about my uncle. But of course, when you think about Manny Pacquiao, he's got so much money. Like he's a billionaire in Philippine standards. What is that to the billions that he has? But we don't want to find fault with the guy, right? Who want to hate this guy when he's just wanting to be generous? Of course, there are many other ways to be of help, but the simple joys that perhaps his act of generosity could bring is noteworthy in itself. Of course, if we really plan out things and make things better and do things better to really be of help to communities on a long term uh, basis of that sort. Of course, there's always a way to do that, but you know, as I said, who would hate the guy when he's just there wanting to make people happy? Well, one thing about Manny Pacquiao is that he's actually popular. Who doesn't know Manny Pacquiao here and abroad? And when he does that, there's always that added impact when he does good to people, and of course the publicity will always be there. He can never escape that from now on because he is somebody already, and whatever he does will always be somehow publicized, and people will talk about it, and television and newspaper will cover that. There will always be opinions here and there, and there will always be some critics, but we don't know. One thing good about being popular is that, for me, I guess one could just leverage that, to do some greater good to people, and perhaps uh, use that as a means to somehow rally support and advocacy of some sort. We want to have that kind of an influence. Although we shouldn't really wait till we be just that kind of a person. We can always do some good thing here and there, and work on some advocacy of some sort. But see, for him, he is Manny Pacquiao, and he can never be anybody else. And like, he can never be in any kind of a situation. And one thing good about that is that he can pull strings here and there, one way or the other. And perhaps as a congressman as he is right now, he can perhaps do that, and a lot of people will just benefit from it. Uh, and well, on the other side, though, popularity also has its disadvantages, because one way or the other, uh, when you do something and people get to know about it, and people will always just think it's publicity, and there's just something behind it. Only God knows, I guess. And that very person, whether one is doing it for publicity or for other things that they want to gain from it. But let's just have it as it is. Uh, the good thing though is that tangibly, some people, for a spur of a moment, enjoyed and was happy. And let's hope that it goes a long, long way.